made in executive session. Is there any more correspondence or information?
There's just minutes from High Plains Mental Health, and then there's sampling results from environmental services.
Reads like a science book. Here, indulge yourself with that.
Okay, thank you.
Was we got in chromium yet?
Didn't see, but they said that everything was fine. It's for the solid waste. They're the well monitors.
I know what used to show was high in chromium every time.
I didn't read it that close, but I just read
Well,
the
it was
synopsis.
within the specs, but it was high, but all the counties in this part of the state are. Won't kill you fast, just take it. We're fine.
Why'd we plug the one well?
They plugged the one because they had to move it because it was put in the wrong spot to start with.
It showed clean water, so we moved it so it wouldn't be clean.
No, actually, the idiots put it right through the middle of a garbage pit.
Oh,
But that was the state, so I shouldn't say they was idiots. They were, I don't know, overeducated.
how close are we to having that thing full? The last hole.
We got 5-6 years at least. Because where they ended up digging, they can still go another couple hundred yards. I'd say it's quite a ways down there.
To the east. Just informational.
Okay, Jeff, I think we're ready for you.
Okay. Morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So maybe first we'd overview some financial particulars. To follow up from the sell-off of the salvage of the apartment building. So Ron Wilson came around yesterday and had a look again, and he's going to visit with Scott. I don't know if he visited you or not. Did you guys settle on financials there?
They paid half because that's all he has access to.
Uh-huh. And we're still using apartments 9 and 10 for temporary staff. So I informed him it's fine if he wants to salvage apartment 7 and 8. If he could just wait, get the others later, and he didn't seem to object to that.
What's the projected date for your people to be moved out of there?
Well, end of June. They'll be gone.
I think he was concerned that was the time period he had to get the stuff was the end of June.
I haven't heard a demolition date yet, but they didn't want to demolish it early. They wanted to demolish it just before the construction was going to start. They say July, but I haven't heard a date.
We haven't either.
But he seemed good with that, and we had a tenant in apartment 7, if you recall, but we got apartment 3 ready to go, and she moved last week.
I saw that carpet was installed.
Yeah.
Everything.
So that whole block now doesn't have any tenants. So I guess that's moving along all right. And then I'd sent an invoice for that carpet to Scott already. I think you'd seen it, but it was just before your last meeting. So I need to have a decision on that so that Dave Wright can get his payment.
I think we issued him a check.
Did ya? Okay. Then, as you recall, we had a replacement water softener by Culligan. It's been a while now, but the first one he put in had a factory defect and it leaked. So he said, Lawrence said he's never had that happen before, but we hadn't paid for it yet, and it got replaced, and the new one's dry.
Okay.
And his invoice included state sales tax. So if we deduct that from the price, it comes to $2,700 for the water softener itself, and then another $825 for the installation. We got our money's worth there because he did it twice. So that charge should be $3,525 for the softener and the installation. and it's working fine. And so this was changed out back on the 9th, May 9th. So do you have a copy of that, Scott?
Yes.
Okay. Does there need to be a decision on this one, or has that been
I
done?
think we've made that decision.
Yeah, that decision was in.
Okay.
That they are going to.
Okay. And then there's a new one here, but one of the small washing machines in the laundry, been working off and on, finally it's just working off. And we even had the service centers in Salina, and they had a technician that was out this way, and so he came and took a look at it. He said, well, there's nothing he can do. So he told us that it cost $250 to find that out. So we've looked around and we found the unit that we'd like to buy.
Should have called me. I would have told you it didn't work.
Well, we gave him a chance. It was just wasted money. But Topside in Goodland carries Speed Queen, and they have a model now, commercial quality with a 5-year warranty, which is pretty good. Usually those are 3. And that's $899. And that compares with another model they've got that was $880 with a 3-year warranty. And we also priced some others through our supplier, DSSI it's called, Good Samaritan Society. And they found a Unimac, price of that was $1,060.99. And they also had another Speed Queen with a 3-year warranty for $669. I think, as you're aware, if you need any repairs, if you got to call Saline to have somebody come out, it's expensive.
It's $200 and some dollars.
Yeah, it was $250, and he was out in this area anyway already. He didn't make a special trip.
But
So
Topside and Goodland will,
they service their machines, yep, and they would provide the warranty work on it if necessary. I don't know Topside, I've never dealt with them, maybe somebody
I
has.
not either.
I think it's the guy that used to do the office equipment. I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what was his name? I liked him. Rob. Yeah.
Have you checked with Heartland? Do they have any commercial dryers?
I don't recall if you called them or not, I can do that.
I think we better.
And beers.
And Bears, see if they have commercial.
But Ed's gotten to be so busy, it's kind of hard to get him to service what he's got. Also,
I think I would at least make the
Okay.
inquiry.
yeah, I can check at Beers
We
and
gotta be politically correct.
Well, and I think beers is they're fabulous on service and attention to detail, so.
Okay, we can do
Yeah.
that. But in the meantime, in our laundry, we took one of those washer-dryer units out of apartment 8, which is empty, and we're borrowing it. And Ron Wilson's aware of that. He's okay with it
Okay.
until we get our replacement. So I'll inform Scott further on what I find. How about that? Oh, I got our financial report here. There's a couple sheets. So our census has been climbing since the last few months, and actually right now we're at 30. Currently we're licensed at 35 beds, if you recall, and we're licensed at 35 till the end of June. And then as of July 1st, we'll be licensed at 30. That's where we're going to be when all the renovations are complete, and that saves us $4,000 in provider bed tax by removing those 5 beds. It's $4,000 a year. So that was kind of the impetus behind changing our capacity. Plus, in the last year, we hadn't even had barely 25 since a year ago, but now we're up to 30. So that helps our revenue picture. And so for April, you can see that we had a net loss in the skilled nursing at 5,212 versus the apartments, which generated 2,947 plus, and so overall for the month we're minus 2,267. And if we were able to hire the staff that we need, we'd be in a better position, but we have to rely on agency help right now.
How's that coming? Do you see an improvement in that?
There will be some improvement, yeah. We're just orienting a full-time RN to pick up the shortage with our nursing staff. We'll still be one full-time equivalent short in nursing, but the CNAs, we're having about an extra CNA per shift because we just weren't staffed for 30. And we got ads out there, but no applicants have come through. All right, so for the year then, you can see that we're at that lower right-hand box, minus 62,217. And today is the last day of the 6-month reconciliation period. It'll be December through May. So when I get our May figures in the middle of June, I'll send those along to Scott for you to have a look at. So December and January were tough months. You can see how we stood there. But it's been improving. And I think May will probably be similar to April. But we shall see.
Well, it was March in the plus column.
Because we didn't have as many agency staff working day by day. So our agency staff expense went up in April, and it will be up in May too. And May's census will probably be about 29.5. Right now we're 30, like I said. And what else I can add? Nursing homes get an annual survey. It's actually has to be within 15 months. And so our new director of nursing, started on the 15th. On our very first day, the surveyors showed up to survey our facility. But we had a very good survey. We had just a few minor deficiencies, and we made our plan of correction. It's all cleared now, so we're done with our survey for at least a year. So we're happy about that. The surveyors commented that you're giving good care to your residents. And you hardly ever hear that from the state surveyors.
That's good.
So, yeah, it's a small thing, but it doesn't always
Positive
happen.
thing.
It's a positive thing, yeah.
Okay.
That's all I have. Anything else? Any questions?
Not bad now. Thank you.
All right, thank you, gentlemen.
Have a good morning, Jeff.
Thanks.
Natalie?
Good morning. I did finally get some bids from 3 different people for our security project upstairs. You can look through them and see what you think. On Nick Riley's, he did not include a pass-through on the door to my office with the little speaker and the pass-through, so he's to be revising that 7400 one. But that would be my recommendation, is to do the 2 doors, the one going back to Judge Keller's office and the one to my office, as opposed to doing the entire wall.
And because if you do the wall now, you're restricting your open records and that kind of stuff, is that?
Partially, and we'd have to move our public access computer out there in the hallway, get wiring out there, lighting. I just feel like the doors would be a easier transition, in my opinion. So each one of them did a bid for just the doors and a bid for the wall. So you can see the difference there. But
quite a variance in bids.
Yes, there is. Nicole has offered to let me use $3,000 from the diversion fund, and Cody has offered to let me use $2,000 from his drug forfeiture money. So I've got about half from those donations, and I feel like I've got the other half would be in my contractual budget, but we could, I think, move that money around. So,
So Nick's final bid was $10,487 minus the pass-through.
no, that $10,000 is for the wall. The $7,000 is for the 2 doors.
Okay.
But I think that will go up a little bit with the pass-through and speaker. As of yesterday, he was still waiting to hear back from the company, so I would guess Nick's bill will be close to 10 for the doors as well.
And which way are you leaning here? Do you prefer one bid over another, or do you really care, or?
I honestly, between the 2 lowest, which are Nick and Travis, either way, I'll leave that up to you guys, I guess. I've not seen either one of their work other than what Travis has done here in the courthouse, so I don't know if you guys have seen either one of their...
Travis built our security door
Right.
up there. There's no to the sheriff's office.
So we need to wait on Nick's to see exactly what it is in.
I suppose we should in case it blows it way out of the ballpark, but
Do you have a timeline you want to stick to, or does it really matter?
I think we're moving, you know.
Okay.
I guess we could give maybe Nick another month, or do you want to do 2 weeks?
How
Or
about 2 weeks?
2
I'll
weeks?
say next meeting, if we can have the final estimates, and we can make a decision then.
Okay, sound good. Yep.
And I like the carpet.
Yeah, thank you guys for allowing that to take place. If you haven't seen it come up, it's really changed the look of the courtroom.
It needed to be done.
I ditto that. I just want to tell you guys thank you. It's long I worked there, it's always been that inside.
It looks like a professional courtroom now. I mean, it has that appeal to it.
Yeah.
It's so nice. Thank you again.
I'm not going up there because,
You can come up just to observe. How's that?
okay, all right.
You don't have to go in, you can just look.
Cody
Look
can,
in the door.
Yep.
Cody can put you in some handcuffs, and you can get the full effect.
So, you want me to bring these back in 2 weeks then?
Please.
Sounds good. If I have updates, I will.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks, Nicola.
And you said you've got about
I have
5,000?
5,000 that's been donated between Cody and Nicole.
You
so-
can't get Cody to donate more.
I've asked.
You got 2 more weeks. Keep working on it.
Okay, I will.
We'll bake
Thank
up
you.
some cookies for the office or something.
There you go.
Thanks, guys.
Well, I think Amanda's on here first, but you're next.
What's that?
How's your foot?
A lot better. Al was pretty strict on me last night with icing and stuff like that, so.
So there's no fracture, just,
Now, there's a little chip of bone that came off. There's nothing they can do about that, so,
Amanda's next.
yeah, just, I guess, I'm waiting for her to do my thing real quick. Just give you guys an update. We're going to meet this afternoon at 3. If one of you guys want to come, that's fine. But we're going to do the contracts on that building over in Birch City and finish that up.
We signed a check this
Yep,
morning.
so we should own it by the end of today, and then we'll have to give him 30 days to get his stuff out. But we should own it by the end of the day. So that's all I needed time for.
Okay, thanks, Cody.
Thank you guys.
Amanda?
I would like to request 15 minutes of executive session to discuss non-elected personnel.
Okay.
I move that we go in executive session.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.